بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So in this video, I'll talk about one of the motivations, very important motivations for the Muslim Institute for Science and Technology. And this is obviously a motivation for the institute, but it's true. I'm going to talk about some facts that are true in general and that have strong implications, right? So as you know that we always say that Islam is a religion of peace, right? And we have failed, in my view, to set examples of why Islam is a religion of peace, right? So have we worked on things that lead to the benefits of mankind, right? Yes, we have, but at a very minimal level, right? Most of the contributions have been done through in the West, right? All the major technologies that we have, cars and even fans and air conditioners, cell phones, right, have been made in the West, right? And so, in the Quran, there is a very beautiful verse, an ayah in the Quran, which explains how Allah Subhanahu wa Taala sustains civilizations, right? It has a strong implication. When I heard the tafsir of this verse from my Shaykh, Mufti Sa'id Ahmad Khan, Hafidahullah, he said something that affected me very strongly, and it is one of the aims of the Muslim Institute of Science and Technology, right? And the aim is to work on technologies that benefit people, right? So that makes lives of people easy and support, the weak people, right? The people who are, for example, disabled, and where people, work on technology that reduce the sufferings of people where they're suffering, right? And so, in in Surah Al-Ra'd, the verse that I'm referring to, there's a verse in Surah Al-Ra'd, which is chapter 13, and the verse is 17. So do read that whole verse. I'm just going to summarize that. The verse explains how when rain is sent down from the skies and water flows, then there is some foam above that water, right? And which is similar to the slag that is formed on metal when metal is when you have melted metal, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that is waste, right? That the foam and the slag, فَأَمَّا الزَّبَدُ فَيَذْهَبُ جُفَاءً, that waste, that foam and that slag is waste, basically, that goes away. And after, in that verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says something beautiful after this. فَأَمَّا مَا يَنْفَعُ النَّاسِ فَيَمْكُثُ فِي الْأَرْضِ, that whatever benefits people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to sustain that thing, that civilization, those people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to sustain those people who are going to work for the benefit of mankind. And so, irrespective of religion, right? If there are non-Muslims working to benefit human beings, right, and to work and to promote peace and to make lives of people easy, if there is a nation that is working on technologies that are going to benefit people, make lives easy for people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to raise that nation to the highest ranks, and they might become to the point that they might become leaders, right? And so, for example, the U.S., in my view, one of the reasons the U.S. is one of the top countries in the world is because the U.S. has worked on the West in general, and the U.S. in particular has worked on technologies that make people's lives easier. You can see that I'm recording a video and which I'm going to post on YouTube, and people are just people can communicate using cell phones, and in addition to that, the U.S. has something very important, has freedom of religion, right? Which all religions all people can practice their religion freely, and that all of these things combined makes the U.S. as one of the strongest countries, and it has all the almost all the, not all, but there are obviously issues in the US also, but dominantly, right? That's why I've lived in Muslim countries. Everyone wants to come to the West, in particular the US, right? The reason, because we feel comfortable over here, right? We think that we're going to be protected. There is implementation of law and stuff. And so this video is not, an appreciation of the U.S., but to give you an idea on how civilizations are raised up by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. And so if we want to become a strong community, right? In my view, for the last several hundred years, Muslims have not worked on any, major technologies that simplify and benefit human beings. So the aim of this institute is to work on technologies that benefit human beings, and promote human, reduce human suffering, promote human harmony, right? And so that is, and the inspiration is that ayah, right? So go ahead, make sure you read that ayah. It's a beautiful verse. Listen to the tafsir from Shaykh of this verse also. Has strong implications. So if we don't work on technologies, right? If we don't work on such technologies, well, there's no point in saying that Islam is the religion of peace. If we cannot show people examples that, this is the reason Islam is the motivation for us. This verse is the motivation for us to work on technologies that promote human that promote harmony amongst human beings, that promote peace amongst human beings, and that reduce suffering of human beings, right? So unless we do this, we don't have an argument to say that Islam is the religion of peace. We have to give them examples, right? So if the best thing is to become examples instead of giving arguments to people. Yes, we have our history, but who cares about history if we're not doing anything right now? So the aim of this institute, one of the foundations of this institute, is this idea of reducing human suffering and promoting peace in humanity. So Jazakallah for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Keep smiling and keep learning.